morning, dear student. I hope all of you fine. Today we have a lesson. It's a prose lesson in your behalf. The sound of music. And the sound of music, the story or the lesson or the essay says about two eminent persons, two international figure in music. And it says that how they achieved their goal and how they will become world famous figure. And first contest introduced here from Britain. It is an extraordinary story regarding about a 17 years aged girl become an international figure. And this lesson is divided into two parts. The first part itself says about the story from Scotland, Britain, Scotland. And the story, the character, the person from the Scotland was a 13-year aged girl, a 13 years old girl named Evelyn Glennie. Evelyn Glennie. Had you noticed the title of the lesson, The Sounds of Music, and the subtitle of the first part is that Evelyn Glennie listens to the music, listen to the sound without hearing it. And it is an extraordinary sentence. How a person can listen the sound without hearing. It means she is hearing impaired. He has no ability to hear sounds or things. But she is listening to the sounds without hearing. That is an extraordinary thing. And the story started from when her childhood. Evelyn is come from farmland of Scotland. She is living in a village in a remote area from the busy town in Britain. And she is living in Scotland as a village for farmers area. But now she is became a world famous figure, an international figure. This only her hard work, and she fight against her physical inability or physical disability of hearing. Now, we can say what was the conditions of Evelyn Glennie in her childhood. Up to 8th standard, she is studying like all other students. But that time her mother found her, she was not listening to not to respond to the sound. Once upon a time, while she is playing xylophone, her mother, her next turn was her. Her teacher called her name many times, but she didn't respond it. Her mother noticed it, and she found that she has some physical disability to hearing. She's hearing impaired. Gradually, this disability is increasing. She goes to full deafness. And her teachers advised her to leave the school and put, after the checkup of the doctor, also advised to put hearing aids and change the music. But she has a great passion to achieve her goal. She decided to continue their school, the music school. And she has a great passion. Anyhow, she wants to become percussionist. Percussionist, you know, percussionist. What is percussionist? This a tune to or play musical instrument. Player of musical, one who play musical instruments like a drum, tabla, xylophone, like this, piano. That's percussionist. And she started her learning. She's listening, tries to listening the sound without hearing from at this age. And she says that how she hear or understood the sounds. She understood the sounds through the vibration of the sounds. She felt, she used to identify the sound through the vibration with their other parts of the body. All of advised her to live this profession and live this learning of music. But her trainer, Ron Forbes, identified her passion and he decided to teach her music and how to identify the music. And he gave an exercise, that is, he fitted two drums on her waist of a big drum upper part of the waist and a lower drum, a small drum, the lower part of the waist. And he began to play some play some tunes with drums, and high tunes and low tunes. And she identified high tunes and low tunes. And she identified these tunes through the vibrations. Her body is react the vibration. Her body is identified the vibration of the different notes of music, and it gradually increased. And this way, she tried hard, and she has give a ability to identify the sound without ears through the vibration of the body. Every part of her body is receiving or conceiving the sounds and tunes. Even her hair was receiving sounds. All parts of her body, all other sense organs began to receive these sounds of vibration. And it reached her an international figure and a great musician in the world. And in her this small age, she won many awards and she conducted many music concerts. It is astonished by every audience. She has got a chance to an audition in Royal Music Royal Academy of Music in London. It's a chance to get an audition round. She selected the audition. And she was a solo percussionist. And she conducted many solo percussions. She tuned hundreds of organs. And even though her performance was greatly appreciated by those who love music in the world and throughout the world. And she also conducted free concert for disability and differently abled people and so many more. And also she received many awards in her smart relative age. And she also selected Soloist of the Year in 1991. And her performance was different. During her performance, she stayed on barefoot on a platform, wooden platform, to receive or conceive or recognize the different tones through the vibration. And she also understood conversation through speaking their lips movement and movement of muscle on the face. And at last she gained her goal. Not only as a one man, one lifespan, two lives, she gained all position within a mankind within two lives. It was the story of Glennie, Evelyn Glennie from Scotland. Now, let us go to the second part of our story. That is from an Indian musician. So it's very famous. Everybody know, I think all of you know about it. You heard about Ustad Bismillah Khan. Ustad Bismillah Khan, the greatest Shehnai's musician in India. And here this story says that the history of the musical instrument Shehnai. How this first it is introduced that the invention of Shehnai. And this is a past story during the Mughal period. You're familiar with Aurangzeb, Mughal emperor. In his court, he denied pangi. What is pangi? Pangi is a musical instrument. Often you see with these snake players. The snake players used to pangi to play dance with them. And it was very horrible sound. Aurangzeb found that the pangi, the music instrument, is very horrible. This noise, make noise. So he banned pangi in his court. And these conditions, a musician and a barber decided to reform the pangi. And he made pangi and transferred pangi with a rated long piece of wood with many holes. And this pangi is more broader and longer than Shehnai. And it will become very melodious tunes. To produce played many suits and melodious tunes. And after it is accepted in the court and it is included in the part of Naubat. Naubat means, Naubat is an Urdu word, it is Naubat, 9 musical instruments. And first Naubat, the Pangi was the part of Naubat, but Aurangzeb banned Naubat and removed from his spot, and it reformed as entered the form of Shahnai. And the name Shahnai came from the Nai family. I means barber, and Shahnai. Shahnai developed this. The Nai family of the barber reformed this in its musical instrument, and it known as the Shahnai. That was the installations or the formation of or invention of the musical instrument Shahna. Now, and it is the part of Naubat. It is gradually used in court and temple and marriage or wedding ceremony. It's a classical instrument. And how the Shahnai will become famous. That is, our Ustad Bismillah Khan break the Shahnai and he brought out into the world from the religious or wedding or temple ceremonial musical instruments brought to the public. When he was in 5 years old, he plied Shahnai on the river of Ganga, and Raja called him and gave him good gift. That is, gift was 1.25 kilogram laddu, a big laddu. It weighed 1.25 kilogram. And so in music, the Shahnai tunes were very melodious, and the Raja really enjoyed and appreciated him giving the gift 1.25 kilogram laddu. It was great pleasure for Ustad Bismillah. He has also an ancestral touch with music. His paternal grandfathers, paternal uncles were the greatest Shahnaists. His grandfather was the greatest Shahnaist, Rasul Buxkar. Rasul Buxkar was a grandfather, and he was the greatest Shahnaist, and his father also greatest Shahnaist, Paigambar Bucks, and he also inherited the ability to play Shahna. During those days, he contributed a great heritage and Indian heritage. He went to temple and mosque. He went to temple to play Shahnai, and also he went to mosque also. It is a greatest heritage of Indian culture. So Shahnai is the greatest heritage of Indian culture. He upholds our Indian greatest heritage in front of the world through his music. And his hardworking leads him to many awards. He won many awards. And first of all, he got a chance to celebrate our Independence Day, 1997, August 15, which playing with the tune is Shahnai at Red Fort. It was the greatest achievement in his life. And he also get another chance to play Shahnai in All India Radio in 1983. In 1983, he got a chance to All India Radio, Lucknow station. It is a proclamation to bring Shehnai to the classical world of music. And now he got Lucknow, AIR 1883 Red Fort. And also, he won all Padma Awards, Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. At last, has won 2001, the greatest civilian awards in India, that is Bharat Ratna. And my dear students, and here we have two stories about Evelyn Glennie and Ustad Bismillah. If you check all eminent person or famous person, their biography tells that all their achievements bring out through hard work. My dear students, if you hard work, if you do hard work, you will win, you will gain your God. That is the central message of the story. And now you read the lesson 2 or 3 times and write a short summary and send it through WhatsApp. Okay, thank you.